All right, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah, Kodash. I want to say and give double honors to the apostles and the bishop elders, a great millstone, for teaching his word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. Salutations to my fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching the name of Yahweh, by Hashem, Shai. Shalom to the elect. Hey, this is brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another lesson. And it's going to be on this video that you see right here in front of you. This video was forwarded by the elder brother Zakar from the main camp, and I had a beautiful conversation with them about this video. And the title of this lesson, Lord willing, is understanding the term black. Okay, understanding the term black as it refers to an ethnicity, or to the so-called Negro here in America. All right, and this video that you about to see in front of you is from Indisputable with Dr. Rashad. All right, and this woman, her name is Reid. She calls herself educating a caller on the term black. Right, and you got, without any further ado, I'll let it play, and then I'll speak and get some.
Reid, she just had to provide a proper education for a caller. Here it is. Perception does matter. Around the time of Medgar Evers, you had the signs of, Negroes and colored people, this, and, all.
Before I let it go even further, just look at this demon. Here it is. This woman called herself educating somebody on the term black, and they're going to make a big deal about this woman's collegiate accolades and all and whatnot. But she's already done. You could tell she's already through. Here it is. This woman is, for conversation purposes, black as an ace of spades with a blonde wig on her head. That's not her natural color. Here it is, this woman telling you about calling herself educating a caller on using the term black, and actually defending using the term black. But this is what black means in America. Black means white supremacy. Like the woman on the phone. The woman that was on the phone was in the right spirit. You're going to hear it. But what is black? Black is a term used for the exaltation of white supremacy, and that's why the so-called Negro woman, and especially here in America, she's endeared unto the so-called white man. Here it is again. She's a so-called black woman. Her eyebrows are dark brown. Her skin is brown. She pushes the term black, but then she got fucking blonde hair in her head, man. Not understanding that that's a curse, showing you that, hey, the Lord said this. Here's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19. It says, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the heavenly Father. For it is written, he taketh the wise in his own craftiness. So here it is, this woman is being, this woman is being lauded as a educator, as a historian, a quasi-historian, but her wisdom is foolishness in the sight of the Most High, man, because we are not black. The term black is not a term that's used to synonymously describe the Israelites that were brought here in America, preferably by way of captivity, because we are the Israelites of the tribe of Judah, and you got Benjamin and Levi mixed amongst us too. We're the southern kingdom. All right, that's our nationality. Our ethnicity is that we're Hebrew Israelites. All right, that's our ethnic background, is that of the Hebrew Israelites, not black, because there's no land of the blacks, unless the so-called white man is referring to what you call Africa, which our people dwelt on, mainly north as well as west and southwest portions of Africa, but we're all over that place. We're not African though. Okay, that's another thing. So for all the intelligence that this woman is supposedly spewing out of her mouth, she don't understand. She's not even comfortable wearing her own hair. Here it is, this woman has blonde hair and want to educate you on the term black. I just want to see some of the comments. Here, like somebody said right here, Joy is trash. She is. She's the white man's whore. Brother, all the research you do and you allow this lie to be told on your channel. Shame on you. So without any further ado, let's keep playing.
Why are we Perception does matter. Around the time of Medgar Evers, you had the signs of, Negroes and colored people, this and, all of that. Why are we still using the synonym black? There are no black people. If we're going to start calling immigrants that come through the border brown people, let's call the brown people, all the brown people, and really take hold of the narrative instead of I don't know if people have actually looked up the color black in the dictionary. It's not something. Why would you want to call your children that? It means darkness, void. That's part of the discrimination. We are not black people. We are brown.
There it is. And that woman she was on fire. The Spirit of the Lord gave that woman those words to say. Because there are no black people on this earth. There are no white people on this earth. Those terms were created to further subjugate those that were brought here in captivity, the Israelites, all right? Those that were already here, because not all Gadites look like so-called, the typical phenotype of a so-called Native American, right? And that term black is a oppressive slang. That's why the Lord said this. This is the book of Jeremiah 4:9. I will deliver them to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth for their hurt, to be a reproach and a proverb, a taunt and a curse in all places whither I shall drive them. So when you call yourself black, you are inviting onto yourself a curse, a taunt, a proverb. They called you Negro. They called you nigger. They called you colored. They called you black. They used Jesse Jackson to call you African American. Those are all taunts because that's not who you are. That is not our nationality. So you shouldn't be endearing, just like the term nigger. You got Jake, they endearing to the term nigger, which is another derogatory term, which is another proverb and a byword. All right, which shows you that we're the Israelites because that was a curse that the Lord levied upon us, man. Jeremiah 24:9 in the NLT, I will make them an object of horror. And when you call yourself black, that's an object of horror. I will make them an object of horror and a symbol of evil to every nation on earth. When you call yourself black, this is what you're taking on. They will be disgraced and mocked, taunted and cursed wherever I scatter them, man. All right? So to call yourself black, that's a disgrace because you're not black. But you're going to hear this woman who herself has an identity crisis. Here it is. She's proud and so-called, she's championing that term black, but this is what it means to be black, to wear the hair of your oppressor, to wear the name of your oppressor, to wear the ideology of your oppressor. Okay? This woman's hair is neither straight nor blonde. But she's supposed to be telling you who you are. She wants to be the white woman. All right? And to accept that you're black is to accept a term and a title that your oppressor gave you.
That's it. That's all I want to say.
I mean, the term black came up.
If we're going to start calling immigrants that come through the border brown people, let's call the brown people, all the brown people, and really take hold of the narrative instead of I don't know if people have actually looked up the color black in the dictionary. It's not something. Why would you want to call your children that? It means darkness.
Absolutely. Why would you put that term on your children? Man, my daughters, when they were young, they're still young, relatively. My daughters, they always knew that that their skin color on their body is brown. My daughters told me, I'm not black, my skin's brown. But as you get older, you lose the understanding. That so-called wisdom is foolishness. You accept the term black. Oh, I'm black and I'm proud. They'll put that in. Why ask yourself, why are they so geeked up to push this term black on you as a people? Why are they so geeked up but they won't tell you that you're the Israelites? Why are they not going into detail about the terms black and white, how they was created, why they was created? Because they weren't created by the Lord to give us. They were created by Esau. The Lord gave us our nationality. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. Isaiah 1 and 3. The Salakia. Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth its owner, the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Right? In the NLT, even an ox knows its owner, and a donkey recognizes its master's care. But Israel doesn't know its master. That's right. You don't know the Lord. You don't know Yahweh Shema Shai. Even when he's being taught to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai by the prophets, you don't want to recognize it. You don't want to take hold to that. You don't want to be an Israelite. You Jakes, you want to be black. You want to be Mexican. You want to be all these terms that every last one of the tribes have that recognizes them in this world are terms that was created by the so-called white man. And we can go all the way down the line. Okay? Even an ox knows its owner, and a donkey recognizes its master's care. But Israel does not know its master. My people don't recognize my care for them, and they don't. And this shows.
Boyd, that's part of the discrimination. We are not black people. We are brown. And that's it. That's all I want to say.
I mean, the term black came about because of people wanting to empower themselves. Because the term Negro...
But how can you empower yourself with the terms black? Even in that movie Malcolm X, they showed you that in the dictionary. Now, obviously, because of new speech, let's look at that term black. Yeah, you look at this term black. This is in Webster's.com. It says, having very dark color of the night sky or eye pupils. And then there's no people with black eyes either. Your eyes are either variations of brown, and then they get other colors, green, blue. That's your pupils, right? It says of the color black or less commonly black, or relating to any various population groups of especially African ancestry, often considered having dark pigmentation. But your skin is not black. No, there's nobody on the earth with black skin. Nobody. Even the darkest, you can get the darkest Hamite from the darkest portions of Africa. Their skin is brown. It says, but in fact, having wide range of skin colors. Note, capitalization of black in this use is now widely established. So they capitalize off of that, and that's what they use. The black this, the black that. Or relating to black people often, especially to African American people or their culture. So you have black literature, black culture, black pride, black studies. All that was given to you by the so-called white man. Dirty, soiled, characterized as the absence of light. And if you're like her, you can tell this woman right here she's void and absent of light. She's in darkness, and she loves it. She's in darkness. Okay. She know that the so-called white man won't see her as threatening if she wears the so-called white woman's hairstyle, meaning her color, the texture of her skin. Again, with the texture of her hair, this is a wig. So how can I take any advice? How can I get educated? How can anyone take any advice from a person on a term black? But look at her. She don't fully accept being a so-called black woman here in America. And how can you take something mad and make it righteous? You can't. Let me get that real quick. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 1:15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. You see? So you can't make something crooked straight, and that term black is crooked. That's not a straight term for the children of Israel. Even calling yourself African American, that ain't a straight term. You see? Because we're neither African nor are we American. To be African, you go back to Leo Africanus, who was a Roman. To be American, you got to go back to Amerigo Vespucci. All right, who was an Edomite as well as Scipio Africanus. All right, so that's just another term. That's why the scripture says this also. in the book of Isaiah 29:16. It says, surely, no, not this. Isaiah 25:7. Isaiah 25:7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and a veil that is spread over all nations, and especially the children of Israel. There's a huge veil, but the Lord is destroying that in this mountain, this government. All right, and we have the truth, we have the knowledge and wisdom and understanding. Okay, so we don't adhere to that term black. All right, so let me
is a made
Black people, we are brown. And that's it. That's all I want to say.
I mean, the term black came about because of people wanting to empower themselves. Because the term Negro is a made-up term that was made up by white supremacists.
Well, so is the term black. The term black was made up by white supremacists. And Negro, you look up the etymology of the word Negro. This is the term Negro in the Webster's dictionary. Right? She said it was made up by white supremacy. So was black. Negro, dated, often offensive, a person of black African ancestry. So they called you so-called black Africans, African Americans here in America. They called you Negro. They called you black. They called you colored. They called you nigger. And any other word, derogatory, offensive term. All those terms are offensive. What makes black any different than Negro? It says, a member of a group of people formerly considered to constitute a race of humans having African ancestry, and classified Negro physical traits such as dark skin pigmentation. What makes Negro and black any different from each other? It's the same shit. Negro, Negroid, right? Variants are less Negroid, Negroness. I'm trying to go to the etymology. She said it was made up by white supremacists. The term Negro is Spanish or Portuguese from Negro, black. So there's no difference in between black being black or a Negro, you know. But she's so intelligent, man. This woman don't know shit, man.
To label black people, black came about because of people wanting to empower themselves. Because the term Negro is a made-up term that was made up by white supremacists in order to label black people who came from multiple ethnic groups and throw them all together. I don't think people understand that Africa is the most biodiverse continent. There are 2,300 separate ethnic groups on the continent of Africa. So when Africans were taken in slavery to America, you're mixing tribes that had no genetic relationship other than all being Negro.
And that's another thing too. We did have a lot of the Israelites, well, the Israelites period, have a genetic similarities to one another. And for the vast majority of the earth are people of brown hue. The only ones that don't have it is the so-called white man and the people that go back to him. And then you got Israelites that actually look like them too. Just like you got Edomites that are actually dark skinned. You see? But this person right here says, Joy, you are incorrect. The caller was correct. First, we are not Africans. We are from here, Turtle. Oh, these people are going off too. When we from Turtle Island, get the hell out of here. The whole out of Africa theory has been debunked for many years. And yeah, because life started in Jerusalem. Life started in the garden, planted eastward in Eden, which was in Jerusalem. Adam and Eve, the Adamites, all the other nations, right? So this woman is wrong.
And so the idea of whiteness and blackness was invented in America. It didn't exist before the 16th century.
Oh, yeah.
Which that is true. Because the so-called white man came up with that shit in the 16th century. Hold on.
Well, put up the picture for them.
Africa. So when Africans were taken in slavery to America, you're mixing tribes that had no genetic relationship other than all being Negro.
Yeah, because you had Esau put everybody in one big pot. You had Israelites living in Africa. You got Hamites and different tribes of Ham living all throughout Africa, man. And they just put us all together. But it wasn't all so-called African people weren't put into captivity. The slavery was concentrated in areas that were primarily dominated by Israelites, both the sub-Saharan slave trade as well as the Eastern Sahara slave trade. They were taking Israelites that were dwelling in the lands of Africa on the western hemisphere of Africa, as well as the southwestern hemisphere of Africa. All right? They didn't take natural Hamites into slavery. They didn't go through that shit.
And so the idea of whiteness and blackness was invented in America. It didn't exist before the 16th century.
Oh, we have some more as well. Put up the picture full mass. So she thoughtfully gave a proper education. I love Joy and Reid.
Yeah, well, she didn't give a proper education. The word educate means to bring out. That woman that was on the phone gave her a proper understanding of the term black versus brown. Okay? This woman has it completely wrong. Joy Ann Reid, you are completely incorrect. Okay? Hey, so I ain't gonna make this too long. I gotta get back. But I might revisit this topic a little later, Lord willing. So them say shalom, on to the next.